We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Howdy, folks.
And this is a funny. It seems like it's weird how these shows build themselves because we really don't. We figure out what we're going to talk about. We don't like set a theme. But it's amazing how this particular show, the whole theme is basically humans and how they like you said, without restraint and without restriction, how they behave. Because this next story, and I wish I had a photograph of this, but I'll describe what these people look like. But it's basically this is the title of this, and I'll upload.
Maybe we'll
this
get
on
one on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Google rather.
Yeah, exactly. I'll upload this on Twitter as well. The title of this is 3 charged for assault in Fairview Heights Red Lobster attack. Okay, and I'm just going to read this really quick. 3 Belleville women are facing felony charges after they were accused of assaulting a server at Red Lobster restaurant in Fairview Heights last Friday. The assault happened a certain time, whatever. A witness said she saw the 3 female customers get mad because the server was filling up their glasses with water too often. According to the witness, as the server walked away, one of them picked up a water glass and threw it, hitting the victim in the back of the head. The witnesses said as the server turned around, the customers hit her in the face with one of the dessert books.
Jesus.
The server was treated by a paramedic but did not go to the hospital and stayed at work. So, and believe it or not, this actually happened earlier. Someone else, it says the incident came just 6 months after a cell phone video captured 4 female customers beating up a server at the same restaurant over what they deemed bad service. In that incident, the victim ended up with cuts on her nose, a swollen eye, and was forced to miss a few days of work. So she got completely jammied up. So now,
Okay.
well, I realized what the mistake. I mean, because I didn't really read this. I realized why the servers were so upset. I realized. Well, first of all,
The servers.
why the customers were so upset. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to hear this one.
She was filling up the glass with water too often. Now, these are 3 black women, and you'll see what they look like. Black folks in the hood don't drink water. They were supposed to refill that shit with some Kool-Aid, some malt duck, or something like that, some soda.
Some green lightning or some
green lightning.
Cobra.
I'm sure some knee-high grape. You giving these people too much water. I mean, it's offensive to them. They just couldn't. They were compelled to take action.
But okay, so okay. Now the one flaw I see in your theory.
Yeah, what was that, Lord?
Is that in order to be for the water to be refilled,
they had to consume it.
Exactly.
Right? They was pouring that shit on the floor, man. They was pouring that shit on the floor. There's no way they was drinking that shit.
I mean, I have to admit, I find that quite surprising myself.
But they was probably fucking filling up their bong under the table with the fucking water. I don't know. Who knows what they was doing with it.
Now, okay, so now this happened. Now, I guess you usually have to wait 3 times before, there's a rule of 3 for just about everything. But if two servers were assaulted in the same restaurant.
Red Lobster, by the way, one of the classiest establishments you could ever find.
Yeah, I think Trump is opening up a Red Lobster soon. Now, don't you think that this might turn the blame towards the servers if they keep getting their ass whooped? And by the way, we understand that in a civilized society, again, what society deems appropriate, when you are dissatisfied with your service, you
go to the management.
Right, you complain to the management.
You don't beat
drop
fire out
people.
Well, like I said, as they say in English, she got glassed.
Glassed?
Yes, what they say. She got glassed.
Is that where you and
yeah, if you bottle somebody, you bash them over the head. Then like, cause I remember one of these fighters, they had a press conference and the guy hit the other guy in the head with a beer bottle, and he was like, "Yo, he glassed me. I'm not having it. He glassed me." So yeah, they glassed her, and I'm like, "Come on, man. First of all, it's one thing if because I really get upset when I go and dine and there is no water at all. And I really was up, homie. I really get upset with that. But this is a scenario where they're actually trying to make sure that you stay hydrated, and this is what you're going to do.
Yeah, they don't care about hydration.
They don't care about hydration. I mean,
Now, one of the assailants were 21, 22, and 44 years old. So
Now,
it was obviously two daughters and a mother.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, which is reprehensible. You know, because as the parent or the older member of the group, you are supposed to lead by example. But then I guess she showed them, good pitching form when she threw the damn glass. You know, because I'm like, to me, this story, and it had to take place at Red Lobster. But then I guess Olive Garden was all booked up.
Well, yeah, that or
Yeah.
they probably had the Castle a couple of nights before.
Or White Castles,
they
yeah,
decided to
or
really
to take it
splurge.
back, for goodness sake. For
Wow, that's going
That's taking
back.
it back, yeah.
Old school.
All the wretched hood spots where people go to get their dine on when they think they're actually doing something classy.
This is
When they bring the lobsters in there, they boiling the lobsters
But of
and
all the
fucking
things that
Cavassier and shit like that.
all the things you can get upset about.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean,
in a restaurant is you're getting
in an establishment like
water.
this, yeah, you're getting too much water. I mean, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I would expect it to be something different. Like the lobster's still alive. Not enough butter, not enough garlic. They didn't baste it in enough beer. However they cook the shit, I don't know. But to actually have them get upset because you're giving them water is
my trained conditioned mind that
your mind is trained and conditioned.
well society, man.
Oh, yeah.
Certain things we just can't do. I keep trying to figure out what this server must have done to warrant an attack. But every time I think, I was like, well, maybe she did this, maybe she did that. The end result is still you don't
glass the damn server. You don't glass the server because you maybe she's like because you could think I was like on the other extreme. Maybe these women are gulping the water down so fast that she's tired of having to come back. So maybe the last time she felt that she dropped the glass down heavy or something like that. But there is no scenario outside of setting one of their weaves on fire to where they should have been beating her. You don't. What do you? And then what? I'm of the mindset to where you really shouldn't fuck with your server anyway. Especially But obviously this was the last straw because you fuck with your server ahead of time. If I'm the server, I'm stirring up your water with my dick, and I'm not even lying. I'm going to do something really nasty to your stuff if you keep giving me a hard time, especially when I'm trying to provide service with you and you're going to keep running me to ring around the rosy. I'm going to filter that damn water through my drawers.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. So that's just gonna be literally dip my sack in that water. But
Well, these
I'm so serious, it's gonna be some real.
you got a problem with sack dipping beats?
You got a problem with that?
See, let me explain something to you, Beats. When you can't follow normal society codes and say extreme things have to take place in order for you to conform to the level of society that is around you.
Exactly.
Now, if you can't just normally be civil to people, then maybe you have to taste some pubic hair because someone dipped their balls in your cafe au lait.
Yeah, I mean seriously. I mean, but then obviously this place is like right with savages because you say why they these people these servers, or maybe they need to get some really stout like MMA women to be the servers. That'll put a stop to this shit. That'll put a stop to put them in a.
See, and I was telling a friend of mine the other day, BBQs.
Yeah.
Last time I went to BBQs, that's a place that was a hangout for us when we were younger. Now it's turned into a ghetto spot.
Yeah.
Last time I went there, I sat down with a chick. We ordered our food, and the waiter was just standing there looking at us. And we're like, yeah? And he was like, you have to pay before we can bring the food.
Wow.
Why do you ask? Because the ghetto filth has been doing dining and dashing, which is basically you do what normally happens in a restaurant. You order, they bring you food, you eat, but before you pay, you run the hell out of there like a bunch of fucking animals and shit. So now we have to pay. Well, I didn't pay shit because I was like, yo, this is bullshit. I'll go someplace else. Now, my other suggestion was instead of subjecting decent patrons like myself to this type of treatment,
Electro nets at the door.
No. Just have a sniper behind the counter, and when these bastards start running, you blow them the fuck to hell.
Or, like I said, you have some kind of like two dudes with fucking them old-fashioned tasers that shoot them 2 darts into your fucking back. So if you try and dip up out of there, you getting hit with and getting charged up.
Buddy.
But that's indicative. See, Red Lobster BBQ is the same.
Exactly.
It's the same shit. The kind of people that coming in, you need to literally start snuffing people at the door. You make an example out of. I'm big with examples. Beat fire out of somebody right on the table. Take the edge of those fucking trays and open somebody's eyebrow up with it. That'll stop a lot of this nonsense.
But we must stop now. Take a quick break and finish up this show in a few minutes.